Ugh, I just woke up like literally 14 minutes ago. I'm tired. Yes, I am, Thomas Thomas. Yes, I am. Who's a good boy? Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Thank you. Good bird. Tigger's here as well. He's sitting like right here. You can't see him, but he's here. He's a good boy and he's wanting to help and be supportive. Let's open up Twitch. Okay. Add tags. We are doing any percent? Sure. Yeah. I just gotta make sure these tags are in here. It makes it easier for people to come and see what I'm up to. Good kiss. Good kiss. Just quickly. Yep, that'll be it. You can only select up to 5 tags at one time. Well, why though? Don't touch things that aren't yours. Don't touch things that aren't yours. Alright. Come here. You're not allowed down there. Okay, well. Let's do this. I am excited.
Attention.
Actually, we can just well and truly skip this. We've all seen it. Now, I know I said we were probably going to do a speed run, but I'm really bad at speed runs, and I'm still, you know, this game is not an easy one to speed run. Like, it's just not. It's not an easy game to speed run when you're a moron like me. So what I'm going to do, God, this camera makes me look so fat because of the angle I'm sitting at. Oh well. That's just how it be. Peeper. Peeper, 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 peeper. And salt. Pick it up. But yeah, I was going to do a speed run, but it's just too hard. it genuinely is way too hard for what it's worth. Like, I tried doing a speed run and I was just so confused. So very, very, very confused. Hey Raven. How's it going, pal? Oh, let me get my phone where it needs to be. Look at him holding the little boy. In distinct and diverse ecological biomes, further studies required. I love holding the fish in my hand. They're so cute. Now I'm going to make it suffocate. Hold it above water and make it die. Yep, this is Thomas. I'll bring him closer to the camera so you guys can actually see him. Step up. On my finger, darling. This is him. The noisy little bastard you've been hearing all these streams. And then there's George down there. You can't see him, but he's there. Yeah, this is Thomas. He's a beautiful boy. And he's also a bastard. I need to adjust some stuff over here. So give me 2 seconds. It's the first time I've got the camera, so I've got to figure out how everything works. And how everything melds together. You've got to bloody handle it. That's for sure. Also going to change hoodies, which is basically my only issue because that other one was making me too hot. I'm not even too hot, it's just made me look fat. Let's be real here, I'm changing it because it made me look fat. I'll put on my iDubbbz merch hoodie instead. Thomas, come on. Come here. There for you, sir. Oh. Rep the iDubbbz merch. Always. God. That whole Rice Gum thing was just such a huge clown show. It was great. It was great watching iDubbbz get exactly what he deserved. iDubbbz? No. Watching Rice Gum get exactly what he deserved. I think Santa's gone because there's a hurricane in Florida. Oh, man. I hope not. I hope he's okay. But you never know. Sometimes life just gets in the way. But yeah, instead of doing a speed run, Thomas, where is my knife? Instead of doing a speed run, because those are hard, we're going to do hardcore mode instead. So I need to be really careful, because I tried doing hard mode a couple of times on my own and died very early in the game, twice from suffocation, once from a crash fish. So I need to just be incredibly vigilant to ensure that I don't die. Give a kiss. Hey Daniel, what's up, buddy? What is up? Trying to keep my hair from looking like shit, but it's not working. Come on, hair, can you sit the way I want you to? Kind of. You kissed a bird. You kissed a bird. So yeah, we're gonna do a hardcore mode instead of a speedrun, because I struggle with speedruns. Speedruns are pretty tough in this game, because not only do you have to know like exactly where you're going at all times. Give me fish. I missed him. Not only do you have to know exactly where you're going and exactly what you need to do, like, I think I need to be a lot more comfortable with the game. Like, I'm comfortable with the game, and it's one I can play without having to think too hard about it. But I do need to be better. Like, I need to do, like, speed running on my own before I do it on stream, because otherwise it's just going to be me playing the game, but a little bit faster than normal. Alright, we need... I think, like, because I used to use dying in this game during my old stream as just a way to get back to base when I didn't have any materials and stuff. Like, this will make me, like make it a lot more, you know, hardcore mode will make me actually pretend I'm good at this game. Mwah. He's a good boy. You want a pat? Oh, you do want a pat. Yes, you do. Beautiful, beautiful baby. Okay, yes. Get one of those bad puppies. We want... What's fins? Fins is rubber, which is just creep vine, so that's not a problem. Okay, so I need rubber. Rubber is the goal of right now. Itchy. Alright, so over here will do. There'll be some... boys, I must have spawned... Yeah, because I don't normally spawn right next to a creep vine field, but it's really handy because it means I don't have to go anywhere, basically, and I can get my creep vine. I'm going to make a bunch of silicon rubber because it's really useful. You're going to grab that. I'm just like spamming the buttons. It's the best way to pick these up because the hitboxes on them are a bit sus. Right, got it all. Mwah, give bird kiss. Are you a good boy? I will get a better setup for the cameras, but right now I only got the camera yesterday, so I haven't really set up a proper good camera, like, spot. It's pretty average at the moment, but it's what it be. Okay. No, I need to make the rubber first. Make a bunch of rubber. Isn't that right? Oh, you are a baby. You're a baby. Mwah. Yes, a baby. Tigger's just sitting here asleep. He's like, oh, had enough. I'm too old for this. You know, I'm 14. I'm too old. I just want to go to bed. Poor Tigger. Poor baby. Yeah, we're gonna bring Subnautica back. Saturdays and Sundays. That's Subnautica days. Woot woot. Hopefully, if I die in hardcore, we'll just start another hardcore. Basically, we're going to keep doing hardcore until I beat the game in hardcore mode. So if I get to, like, the lava lakes and then die, we're just going to start all over again. Because I'm a masochist. And I want to beat this game in hardcore mode. The fabricator draws from available power to provide environment appropriate equipment using locally available materials. Give me a knife. Give me the knife. This setting cannot be overridden. Weapons are provided for large part fabricators from the massacre on Abraxas Prime.
The knife remains the only exception.
School is hell. I will say that 100% school is hell, but it ends. You're not there forever. As much as it feels like you are, and my hair is sticking out, you're not there forever, as much as it feels like it. Mwah. Keith. Okay, we've got a knife, we've got fins, we've got a air tank. Don't growl at me, Thomas. What else do we need? We need repair tools and all of that, and that needs copper and stuff, I think. Maybe? I think it needs batteries. Tools? Yeah, it needs battery, cave sulfur, and that needs a bunch of shit I don't have, and, you know, battery and glass. So yeah, batteries and cave sulfur. So let's put all the... Oh, I have a bit of copper. But let's put all this away in here. Let's cook up the hoverfish to eat, to make sure I don't starve to this, because that's going to be another thing I'm going to forget.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meats with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
I'm going to, like, run out of food and die just because I keep forgetting to eat. And that's another thing on the list of reasons why this series is going to take me forever to actually finish. Okay. I was hoping there was an outcropping. Okay, so we need cave sulfur, which I'd have a better chance finding in the tubes in the shallows, so I'm gonna head back that way. That's gonna be an easier way to go. Oof, what happened, Daniel? Shit's going down. Shit's always going down. The world is never safe. Fear is the only response. Coral tube. Ooh. I'm gonna grab that goddamn fishy boy.
30 seconds.
Grab 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Okay, good. That's something I need to be incredibly careful, because 2 of the times I've died while I was testing out hard mode and seeing how far I could get were from me dying because of oxygen. Because I fucking got distracted, or I thought I had more oxygen than I actually did, or that I could make it up there faster than I could. And that's what killed me. I missed him. That's okay. Can't see in here. Is there a crash fish? I need a crash fish so I can get the goddamn... Detecting... Yep, sulfur. Hear it. No? Maybe I was hearing things. I need... I can't see, and I'm running out of oxygen. We'll have to do it in the morning when it's bright out. Because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to see it. You have 10 seconds after your oxygen goes to 0. Yeah, you have time. You have time. But that being said, it's still very easy to drown if you get, like, trapped underground, or if you're simply a moron and think that you have more than you actually do. I want to cook. No. Filter it for some water. As long as you're okay, Daniel, I'm a happy boy. Oh, kiss. Let's chug some water. I think we've got enough for the scanner, because we've got that, and I need just some of these boys. Pick up a couple of acid mushrooms. But yeah, this series is probably going to take just as long, if not longer, than the original Subnautica series. Just because... Oh, did I not grab it out? I put it away. I'm a moron. Just because I have to be more careful than I was before. Like, dying is game over, and it deletes the entire world, and I have to start from the goddamn beginning. And I can't afford to do that. So, I need to be extra careful. Alright. Scanner, yay! And can we make a torch? What do I need for the torch? Or the repair torch? The torch, I just need some glass. Actually, I can make glass. I need the torch because I need to be able to move around at night. I don't have the time to waste. This isn't a slow. I want to go as fast as I can whilst also taking my time. Like, why did I do that? Put these away. Put that away. I can't. Take the glass. You can put in date. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to use commands. One thing I don't want to do is, like, I feel like when I use commands like day and stuff like that, like, it takes away parts of the game. It takes away, like, the part of the game where, you know, you have to wait for day. Like, it makes it less organic, if that makes sense. And it doesn't feel as fun. Okay, let's worry about scanning things later. Scanning is the least of my concerns right now. I need to go down into the caves to get me some cave sulfur. Come here. Come here.
New creature discovered.
Okay, we got one. I don't think he's going to be able to get me. No. He's not going to be able to get me because he got stuck. Yoink. Let's just scan it. I don't know why I'm scanning things, because I know what all of them say. I don't even need a scanner for anything other than, like, machine parts and stuff. Actually, scanning the environment is not important at all. Okay. You said you got VR? Yeah, I got VR. I'm not allowed to use it until November 15th on my birthday, but yeah, I got a VR. I'm getting a VR kit. Like, I've got it, but I'm not allowed to use it yet. Because, you know, it's all about waiting. Okay, so we need titanium and silicon rubber. Just put one of those back. So yeah, I don't know how to record VR games on Twitch, though. That's something I'm gonna have to learn, is how to record VR games for Twitch. But hopefully I'll be able to get some out for you guys, and that'd be really fun. I think, like, being able to play VR games. Is it like PSVR, like HTC Vive? Oh god, I wish I had a Vive. My PC would not handle it. My PC can barely handle running Minecraft, playing VR through it. It just would not handle it. But no, it's a PSVR. That's why I got the camera. The camera comes with the PSVR. Yeah, so I've got to wait some amount of time. Detecting increased local radiation levels.
Is consistent with damage to the
Trend is
Aurora's
consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planetfall. Yep. Forgot to repair everything in here before I left. What games am I excited to play? Skyrim VR. That's one of the games. Skyrim VR and Fallout 4 VR. Like, two games that I have played before, obviously, and played a lot of, but VR just changes them, and it makes them amazing, or more amazing. But I'm also excited to play some horror games on VR so that you guys can see me cry on camera. You know, that'll be fun, watching me cry. Alright, what else do we need? We need to go scanning for sea glide parts. Keys. Are you interested in doing FNAF VR? Absolutely. That is absolutely one of the games I will be doing. And you guys will be seeing it. Like, I will be playing FNAF VR on stream as soon as I can figure out if I can. If I can do streams with VR. Like, I'm gonna look it up probably after stream. I just haven't had a chance to look it up yet. How to run it through, because the problem is if I stream with the headset on, I can't read comments unless I can find a way to get it to like stream the comments into the headset, or if I have it on like Audible so it reads it out to me, because there are like settings where you can have it where the comments are read out to you out loud, which is a way I could do it. But it might just be that the VR streams might be a bit harder for me to do, because when you're running it on your own, it's hard to do it. But I think you can probably get it to run the chat through the stream, because when I stream, I can have it so that the chat is on screen. Like, I can have it where it's on screen, like I can read it through that. The problem with that for me is that it makes it like it makes the stream look smaller, and it makes it look a bit meh. It's nicer when it's just the full screen and like the chat isn't in the way, because I feel like it makes it better when it's watched back by other people. Hold on, it's interesting, which is you trying to... I can't see it. Like, it says trying to something VR. Probably set up. That's probably what that says. Honestly, like, I tested out the VR kit yesterday to make sure, like, when we bought it, that it was working, and it was. And it took me about 10 minutes maybe to set up, but now that I know what I'm doing, it won't take half as long. But it's really interesting. Like, it literally runs it through a processor box. I didn't know that. Like, I thought it all just connected into the PS4. But no, it runs it through a processor box, and it does all sorts of cool shit. So like, I'm a big fan of it. It's interesting how they do it. Oh god, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. Do you know you have a camera? Now on. I might do a just chatting stream. I might. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to be something that'd be worth it when it comes down to it, because it's not something I think I could really re-upload to the channel. Still really want that. If you guys really want it, I can do one. We can set up a day where we can do just chatting streams. Like, I don't mind that at all. I think that'd be fun. I just think I don't know if I'd be able to upload those ones to YouTube, because I feel like YouTube wouldn't respond well to them. But you know what? My life isn't about YouTube. Sea glide, countertop. But yeah, we can do a just chatting stream. That might be fun.
New blueprint acquired.
God, Thomas. I don't want grav traps. I've never used the grav trap in this game. Like, I've never used it once.
37 blueprint acquired.
So, like, the real question is, why? Something I did when I was playing this game again, just to get used to it before I started streaming it again, I tried to see how long I could go without getting infected. And I got really far. Like, I went over to the island, I went, you know, and like, I think I spent like 4 hours before I got infected, because I went to, like, the only reason I got infected is because I went to the Aurora. And once you go to the Aurora, that's one of the triggers that says, oh, he's progressed this far into the game, he must be infected by now. Like, they have obviously like set areas that trigger it. And obviously Tracy Island is one of them, and it's the main one, just because like I ignored going to Tracy Island. Like, I didn't go to it, I just let the sunbeam die on its own. And like, I didn't go to Tracy Island, but like, Tracy Island is the main trigger. It's where most people are going to get infected, is when they go to Tracy Island. But because I didn't go there, I got infected when I went to the Aurora. And I think that's like pretty cool. Like, there's a way, there are ways you can go a pretty decent chunk of the game without getting infected. I think another one that triggers it is when you go to the deep sea base for the Degassi. Like, that's another one that triggers it, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Mwah. Demanding kisses on stream. You're so rude. needed a second, I had to remember what Tracy Island was. I honestly forget that that's not what it's called. Like, I'll be saying it, and then I'll be like, wait, people aren't going to realize I'm talking about Gun Island. They're going to think I'm, talking about some other island. It's like, no, I'm talking about Gun Island, but I just call it Tracy Island because I'm old. And by old, I mean I was terrified of the Thunderbirds and didn't like watching the show. But my mum liked it, and so I knew about it. My mum and dad both liked Thunderbirds. So, whether or not I liked it, I saw it. No, right, but that's okay. Like, now that I'm older, I have a lot of respect for, like, the show. Because, like, puppets are hard. Puppets are really hard to make them look anything but Uncanny Valley. I'm realizing now that not as many people as I thought I would understand what Tracy Island is. Oh dear. Have you guys seen Thunderbirds? Am I old? Am I old? I've finally gotten past my relevancy because I just talk about Thunderbirds. It's not even a good show. Well, I mean it is, but it isn't. It's a good show for people who, I don't know, like puppets. It's like the Dark Crystal if the Dark Crystal wasn't fun and it wasn't a fantasy world, but instead really boring. I shouldn't be mean. It's a decent show. I'm just being bully at this point. I'm just being a bully. You have no idea what that is? You haven't seen Thunderbirds? Ah, man. This is back when it was old when I was watching it. Like, I'm not saying this is in, like, oh, I'm so old, I watched it when it first came out. Oh, God, no. But it was old when I watched it, but it's because I was watching it... This was before, like, 2005, and even a little bit during 2005. Like, before YouTube and all that sort of stuff. Like, this was back when you watched, like, ABC3 and like, TV shows on cable and stuff. Thunderbirds was on there, and it was terrifying to me. Like, it wasn't on ABC, I think it was on, like, Channel 7 or something. But it was terrifying to me because, puppets can be a bit creepy, and if you look it up, if you look up the Thunderbird puppets, you will understand they are kind of scary. And, like, for a kid who doesn't understand entirely that, the puppets aren't going to climb out of the screen and kill him, it was pretty scary for me. But yeah, my mum and dad really love the show. Like, I genuinely dare you, look up the Thunderbird puppets. I'm gonna look them up right now. I wish I could, like, put them up on screen. That's something I wish I could do. Thunderbird puppets. Oh my god, they're just as odd looking as I remember. Hold on. Tracy Island. Yep. It's basically just like their home base in Thunderbirds. It's basically where they have, like, their home base, and they've got, like, rockets and cool stuff there. But I just call Gun Island Tracy Island because I can, and because I'm a god, and also I've got crap in my eye. It's scary. I know stuff, but I mainly refuse to watch TV if it wasn't SpongeBob. There were a bunch of shows like I watched when a kid. I had to share the TV with my sister. But, one show we agreed on watching was Prank Patrol, like the Australian Prank Patrol, because, like, there's a Prank Patrol for every goddamn country. But we watched the Prank Patrol for Australia, who was Scotty P and the Ninjas. And that show was so fun. Like, as a kid, ooh, and my voice breaking, I still am a kid. Like, as a kid, that was the only show that me and my sister could agree on watching, like, together at the same time. Otherwise, we'd have to, like, take turns watching our shows. And there are some, like, really dumb shows on ABC. Like, I'd have to look up some of the old shows, because, like, I can't remember half of them. There's one which I remember, which was about, like, video game characters inside a console who basically, like, just interacted while the game was off. And, like, that was a pretty cool show. It was really terrible, but I loved it for how terrible it was. Like, it was a shit, terrible show. And I think even as a kid, I was partially aware of how god-awful it was. But, like, I enjoyed it almost ironically, but not quite, because I was too young to understand how watching things ironically worked. but I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons unless I was at my nan's place because my mum didn't want me to. But that's because, and I don't know why my nan let me watch it either, because my uncle, who when he was a kid, he watched The Simpsons, watched an episode where Bart put firecrackers in the toilet, proceeded to do it in his own toilet, and blew up the toilet, and got in a whole bunch of fucking trouble. Thomas, sweetie, I'm trying to read. Thunderbird's puppets. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Thunderbird's puppets were terrifying. It's because they're older, like they're the older style of puppets, and it's just so uncanny valley. It's difficult to look them in the eyes, and like as a kid, I was terrified of it because like I didn't understand how they worked. Because you're a fucking kid, you don't understand how puppets work, or at least not entirely. Like you have some level of understanding that they're not real, but you don't understand how they move, how they're doing what they're doing, and like, no, ow. Like it's hard to like understand how it all works. Like as a kid, you're just like, these are creepy looking bastards. Like I was scared of them, but my mum and dad really liked the show. Like they really enjoyed it, and like I can understand it from an adult perspective, how it could be like an interesting show just to watch where you don't really have to use too much brain power. Like it's just a nice, fun, cheesy sort of action show. It's not that deep. It's just a nice cheesy action show that you can watch and not have to really think too hard about it, or really use any brain power, because when you're a big kid and you're home from work and you've got two young children who you are 10 seconds away from screwing the neck off, you need to just have something that you can watch without having to think about it. So I can understand why my parents enjoyed it, and also it was a product of its time. Like you can tell that it really is like a very nostalgic show for people who watched it when it first came out. Not so much now because it's fucking horrifying, but it's the same with shows like from when we were kids. I don't have brain power. God, does anybody anymore? Brain power is illegal. But like, I like looking at older shows that people watched like back in the day, because it's interesting to see what our parents grew up with and what they, what was considered children's content for them, what was considered children's content for us, and what's considered children's content now. Because like I grew up from 2000s onward, and I had a good blissful 5 years before YouTube became a thing, and even then I didn't start using YouTube until I was probably about 10 or 11. Like people say, 2000s kids used YouTube their whole lives. It's like, no, not at all. YouTube didn't really become a genuine big thing for kids until around 2010, 2011. Like, back in 2005, I was, fucking 5. I didn't know what YouTube was. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't have a fucking, iPod. I don't even think iPods were a thing then. Oh, they might have been. I've got to wait for it to be daytime. But, like, I didn't use the internet genuinely until I was about 10 or 11, until I was, like, a pretty old kid, all things considered, compared to nowadays where, like, 6-year-olds are on the internet. If you make 100 tabs of incognito mode, at the top right, it has a winky face. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like, it's really annoying when you hear, like, older people, or even just millennials saying, oh, you've had internet your whole lives. It's like, technically, yes. Was I using it? No. Because I was a fucking kid in, 2005 internet. Like, I was begging my mum to let me use MSN as a kid. MS-fucking-N. I never got to use it. My sister got to use it because nothing's fair in this world. But, like, MSN was the big thing. Like, Facebook wasn't a thing that people used. I don't know about MySpace. I never knew about MySpace as a young kid. MSN was where it's at. Was MSN even a thing? Was that a fever dream? Was MSN a fever dream? Hold on. MSN... no. MSN, platform. Was that a thing? Was MSN a thing? is a web portal and related connection in the MSN apps series. MSN, like, MSN Messenger. Because that's what my sister used. Messenger. Windows Live Messenger. Okay, so it was MSN and then it was changed to Windows Live. Like, I remember that. I remember it, and I remember desperately begging my mum to let me, but, you know, I didn't have fucking friends to talk to, so I don't know why I wanted to use it when I had no friends to talk to. But, yeah, like, I remember MSN and all that, and it does get really annoying listening to, like, older generations, and especially, like, older millennials who are completely out of touch now, or at least are losing their touch. Like, just because I grew up around the internet did not mean I grew up with the internet. It took till I was about 10 or 11 before I even started doing that sort of thing. The first phone I had wasn't even mine, technically. It was a shitty flip phone that my sister and I shared because we walked home from school and we needed it just in case we needed to ring mum. And even then, it stayed at the principal's office during the day, and we only got it when we went home because we didn't need it during the day. And, like, I remember playing, like, Tetris and stuff, and I remember, you know, Nokia phones being a lot more prevalent than they were, and, like, playing Snake and stuff. Like, I grew up with technology, but it's not like I grew up with iPhones and fucking, you know, iPads and, you know, computers and PS4s and stuff. Like, my first ever gaming console was an original Xbox. No, not even. My first ever was a... Yeah, my first ever was a DS when I was like 6, and I played fucking Spyro on it and Crash Bandicoot, and then I got a Xbox. I'm trying to call it an Xbox One. I didn't. It was an original Xbox, but they don't have a number. It's just like Xbox. You know, Xbox and Microsoft can't name things very well. Oh, grab it. And then I got a PS2, and then, like, from there I was old enough that I could kind of, like, work towards getting my own consoles. Why have I turned off my screen? No, I can't see chat. Yeah, but, like, it's funny because, like, despite growing up around the internet and around technology, it didn't really become something that was huge in my life until I was, you know, old enough to fucking use it. Like, I didn't have an iPod or anything like that until I was, I think, 11, because that's when I was at my second school. And that's because I begged my mum for an iPod, because I took the bus to school, and it was like a, you know, 20-minute bus ride, and, you know, and as an idiot kid, you know, 20 minutes is a long-ass time. So I, like, begged my mum for an iPod, and we got one, and that was, like, one of the original iPod Touches. I think it was the original iPod Touch. And, like, yeah, it's interesting to see how people like to pretend that, you know, people born in, like, 2000 just had everything at their disposal. Because we're technically Generation Z, but people can't decide whether people born, like, 2000, 2001, 1999 are millennials or Gen Z, and it's fucking weird. Oh, hey, Daniel, welcome back, buddy. Yeah, like, I didn't like it at school when teachers tried to take my phone off me, because I was like, bitch, the only person who can take this goddamn phone off me is my mother, because she's the one who pays the phone bill. Like, I don't have the right to stop my mum from taking it. She's got the phone bill. You know, she's the one who's in charge of that. But you don't. You're a fucking teacher. My mum's paying for me to be here, not for you to take my fucking technology. But on the same token, I can understand, like, now that I'm a little bit older and a little bit more fucking mature than when I left school and not, you know, clinically suicidal and depressed, I understand now why they wanted us to fucking pay attention. Like, I treated my teachers like shit during the, basically the entire time I was at school. And, you know, untreated mental health issues aside, it wasn't okay. Whether or not I had untreated mental health issues, that doesn't excuse the fact that I was an absolute shitbag to my teachers. And I feel really bad to them, and I wish I could apologize to them and say, like, hey, look, You guys did your absolute best, despite the fact that I was the absolute worst. And I want to say thank you for making that effort, despite the fact that I wasn't being, you know, helpful on my own. Oh my goodness. Give kiss. We're going to do a longer stream tomorrow. I'm thinking of waking up very early and doing like an 8-hour stream. Because I feel like I want to do a really long stream. Just for the hell of it, and see how long I can last. Because I think the longest I've ever lasted is, I think, like 4.5 hours. Ooh, not my phone. I've lasted like about 4.5 hours. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but it can be. It can be a lot. It can be very draining just to talk for 4.5 hours. And also, you know, I'm not the most social human being on the earth, so it can be a little bit difficult. Okay, we've got a bunch of bladderfish. Like, we've got a whole bunch. We're going to be perfectly good for kiss. For water for a little while anyway. And like 8-hour streams would be rough, but boy, would it be good for the algorithm on YouTube to just have long ass streams. God. Ooh. Sorry, Daniel. Did not mean to trigger anybody by talking about suicide. I probably should have mentioned it, but my brain did not function fast enough to realize that that might upset people. I'm very sorry. How many times we had a... Yeah, like, I talk about mental illness a lot simply because it's something that's affected me a lot, I guess. Like, it's something that I've had to handle a lot. Physics! Oh my god, you're back! We're black boys. Oh no, it says we're back. Physics, dude, you've been gone for so long, I was worried. We're ignoring... No more serious conversations. Serious conversations are going in the bin. Serious conversations are illegal on my channel. We only talk about Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds, the only TV show that's worth watching. Man, I don't even know what's on cable TV anymore. I don't watch it. I haven't watched cable TV for fucking years, dude. Like, a long-ass time. I had just not watched cable TV. Because, like, why would you? It's just inferior programming. And, like, the stuff that's on cable TV ends up on the internet anyway, so why would I bother? Why would I bother? Man. Physics is back. Yeah, cables is just so average. But the problem is, now that everybody's trying to have their own, streaming platform, we're heading back towards the days of cable TV where you have to have, you know, multiple different packages, you know, for Hulu, for Netflix, for Disney Plus, for all this shit. Like, it's taking what made Netflix so good, you know, being where all the content is at once, so you only had to pay one base subscription, and just chucking that in the bin. Like, no, people don't want that. They want everything to be on multiple different platforms again. That's how this works, right? Streaming, yeah, streaming platforms are cheaper, absolutely. They are cheaper than having cable, but they won't be for long when you're paying, you know, $8 here, $15 here, $12 here for, like, multiple different platforms. It'll be just as fucking expensive, and it'll be an absolute shit show. The clowns are coming out, boys, and they are coming for blood. Cable is like $90 a month. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Like, we are, at the moment, we're okay. We're not going to have to worry about it. But it's heading in that direction of being more and more expensive and, you know, having to buy lots of different platforms just to get the same content you originally had on Netflix. It's just annoying. Yeah, cable's a clown show. It's there's no reason for cable to be as expensive as it is. Like, as expensive as it is. Okay, we need to build a sea glide. Oh, Thomas, you're such a beautiful bird. We need to build a sea glide. Now, what do I need? Oh, I need this as well. Copper wiring kit. I think I have everything for that. I just need 2 copper and 2 silver. I think I have both of that, but they're down in the chests. Don't know why I'm calling them chests. That's not what they are. And they kind of are. Okay. Oh, I have enough. Fuck yes, baby. Probably need that silver for something more important, but having the compass makes life so much easier. With who you are paying like $30. If you're having $50 a month, those three alone cover most of what. Yeah. Like, I can understand, like, we don't need to be too worried. What I'm more angry about is the fact that they're gutting, like, Netflix is being gutted of its content because, you know, everybody wants to have their own streaming platform, so they're taking, like, Disney's taking its stuff off of Netflix to put it onto Disney Plus, and so now people who maybe only had Netflix because they wanted to watch Disney movies have to move over there, which is cheaper. It is cheaper. Yeah, Amazon Prime, obviously, there's that. Like, I got a free trial for Amazon Prime. I never actually, like, paid for it, because that's expensive, and I can't afford anything, ever. Okay, so we've got a compass now, which is just dandy. I need... Where's my Sea Glide? Sea Glide. Battery, lubricant, copper wire, titanium. Okay, that's all easy stuff. All easy. Copper, I've got enough for the copper wire. I don't have enough for the... It's because they don't get the same kind of revenue that they could be getting through Netflix. Absolutely, like, they're doing it... They are doing it because they want to make more money. They're not getting... They've looked at Netflix and gone, you're not paying us as much as we want. We want more money because Disney's greedy fucks. And, like, we could just make our own fucking platform and compete with Netflix. And because Disney has so many huge, like, properties, they're going to get people. They're going to take away people from Netflix. And, like, competition is good. Competition means that we're going to see, like, them competing and, like, doing better. Because Netflix has had no competition, really. And so it's been able to just go ham and do whatever it wants and not really have to worry about competition. Like, Netflix isn't good. The way they cancel shows specifically after 2 seasons so they don't have to pay the creators more, and so they can get as many new people as they can whilst kind of satisfying the old viewers but not quite. Like, it's a greedy game. We're just in a golden age. I don't know if it's a golden age, but I think the competition is good. I'm not saying it's inherently bad to, like, have your own streaming service, but the problem is it's leading the way for every man, cat, and his dog to have his own streaming service, and we're going to be struggling to get the content we want without having multiple packages. Yeah, competition is great. I will not disagree that having competition is important for, like, it's important for the growth of anything, really. Like, it's important for the growth of the platforms and stuff. Like, Netflix is going to need to start shaping up if it wants to keep the people it's got. Like, right now, I don't think Disney's going to take as many people as, you know, everybody's saying. Like, Netflix isn't going to lose out that much initially, but if they continue to have shitty practices like cancelling shows just because it saves them money and basically cucking people around, Disney's going to be the better platform because it's already cheaper. So, like, you know, they're going to need to shape up if they want to keep the people they've got. Like, you know, Disney's not doing anything inherently wrong, but it can be pretty bad. The way I look at it, especially with Amazon and Netflix originals, more revenue means better, more... Yeah, they need more... Like, they need revenue. And I understand, like, revenue is a thing. Funnily enough, we live in a society... but we need to make sure that it doesn't go the way of cable TV, where everything is so cut up and inaccessible that you have to have, you know, 50 different packages just to get what you want, like, just to get the shows you want. Like, having a couple different streaming platforms isn't the end of the world. Like, having a couple different subscriptions, that's fine. We've already had things like, you know, having a Hulu, having a Stan, having a Netflix, and, like, an Amazon Prime and stuff like that. Like, that's okay. But we need to make sure it doesn't go the way of cable, where it's shit content that is there simply to, you know, separate it from all the other content. Oh, no. Quick. Heal. Oh, where are my heals? Okay, shit, we're going back. I need heals. I don't know. cable TV died because it tried to separate everything out and get as much money as it could out of everybody. Like, it, you know, it was so many ad breaks and so little content, and that content was stretched out over a bunch of different cable packages that people got pissed. I just realized that the gay pride and the gay pride and trans flag in the background, I thought it was one. Oh yeah, there's two different ones. I got them when I went to my first pride this year in September. Did you know with competition like Intel and AMD, you can buy a high gaming PC for cheaper now than you couldn't? Yeah, absolutely. Competition allows for more stuff to be made cheaper. Minus item, yeah. Like, it... Competition, especially in, you know, capitalism, is not inherently bad, but it's when competition goes too far, and it goes from competition to just taking advantage of customers, which happens a lot, and it's already happening. But I don't hate Disney Plus. I'm gonna pirate any of the stuff they put up, but I pirate 90% of the content I watch. Because, like, I've got a Netflix account that I don't pay for. It's not mine. It's it's like the family account. But I barely use it. I mostly just like watch on YouTube or pirate stuff on on legal websites, because it's just easier, and it means I don't have to worry about all the different fucking platforms. Thomas, where are you going? He's escaped. Where are you going? You horrible little bird. Yeah, that's the thing. There needs to be a healthy amount of competition, because no competition don't poop on your brother. No competition means that they take more, like, yeah, competitive pricing is good for us. That's exactly right. Like, that's why I was happy when a Coles moved in nearby the Woolies that I live near. Like, competition is good. Too much competition can be bad, but too little competition can be bad. You need a good amount. Come here. You just pooped. Poopy boy. Why must you poop on everything I love? Where are you going, Mr. Poopy Bird? You guys want to see my cat? Meow. He is baby. Are you baby? I just want to hug my boy. My little ginger boy. Little ginger baby. Oh no, Thomas is jealous. He's coming back. He's jealous that I'm giving George cuddles and not him. You're a good kitty cat, aren't you? Here you go. And you go back to your spot. Thomas will bite you on the way through. Kitty! We're always here for you, Daniel. I promise you. No matter what, we're gonna be here. Okay, I need... I need to get lubric. Don't bite the microphone, please. Yeah. Anyway, let's stop talking about capitalism, because it makes me sad. Every time I talk about capitalism, it just makes me more sad. Don't bite my phone. You've already destroyed it. You don't need to chew on it anymore. No. Don't even lick it. Don't even look at it. Don't lick it. Just leave it alone. Don't stand on it. Stop touching it.
Is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Insert something nice here. Alright, so the last thing we need is battery. And I think what I'll do for that is... Thomas, stop, please. I think what I'll do for that is I'm just going to take a battery out. Because I need it more in there than I do in the torch. Thomas, that's not for you to eat. It's a microphone.
Will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for a long journey.
I will. Let's eat and chug water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Insert response here. Mwah. Health pack. That's what we came back for. Healy, wheelie, beely. Yeah. Okay, what do I need for a build a tool. Also, I need to get a laser cutter, but I haven't finished that. Wiring kit, computer chip, all shit like that needs copper and stuff that I don't have. Let's break down this titanium now. Are you a baby? Are you a little baby? Just a soft little boy? Where are you going? Give you scratches. Give you head scratches. Yes, yes, yes. You love your head scratches. Are you a baby? Hold on. Yeah, let me just smooth your feathers down. There you go. Boop. Alright. We're gonna have to basically just go, like, looking for, like, copper and stuff, but also a bunch of... What's the word? A bunch of... I want to call them recipes, not recipes. So what's everyone doing for Halloween? Nothing, because we don't really celebrate it here in Australia. It's... I wish we celebrate... Like, we kind of celebrate it, but not really, compared to, like... Yeah, blueprints, that's what I was looking for. But we don't celebrate it, basically, at any level similar to how Americans do. Like, it exists, and sometimes, rarely, kids will go out trick-or-treating, but it's pretty uncommon, and it doesn't happen that much. I'm just gonna have a little bit of water. But yeah, like, I wish, like, as a kid, I wanted to do Halloween so much, but it's just not really something we do in Australia, because we're very boring. Sleeping mostly. God, I wish that was me. My mum got me a weighted blanket yesterday. Oh man, it is so good. It is just the best shit ever. Thomas, where are you going? Don't touch the phone, and don't poo on your brother. Don't bite him either. Leave your brother alone. You bully. You're a big, big bully. Yes, you are. You're a big bully. What do I need for a bigger air tank? Glass, titanium, silver. Okay, that's not too hard. Like, I really can't see shit, even with the light from this. I think it's turning to day, though. So I'm just gonna... Oh my god, there's two of them. Oh my god, there's two of them. No, it's not turning today. It's gonna be a little bit... I'm just gonna go back and hang out in the dock, in my home, while I wait for it to become daytime. Thomas, what are you doing? If you go trick-or-treating, if you get a trick, it's a shotgun shell on your skull, and the treat is a Tim Tam. Does that say Tim Tam? I feel like that probably says Tim Tam. Tim Tams are the best. I love Tim Tams. I don't even know if that's what you wrote, but Tim Tams are the best.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't want
Stop
us. This
flapping.
might happen.
What's with the flaps?
Our pod was almost
Tim
crushed
Tams
by
are
the sea
great.
moth bay
I
on the
love
way
them.
down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us, all red.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, we've literally just got to wait until it's daytime, because I just can't see. Okay, oh. Fucking sick. Under attack. In a cave system under attack. Let's go visit Pod 17, I guess. Tim Tams are delicious. They're literally just like chocolate wafer sort of deals, and they are... They have so many different flavors. There are some real shit ones. They're like real gross. Real gross Tim Tams. But for the most part, Tim Tams are pretty fucking good. Like, they're some good shit. Okay, there's the jelly caves. Jelly cave, jelly cave, jelly cave. Whoop, 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 whoop. Jelly cave, jelly cave, jelly cave. Whoop, whoop. Big boys. I always like making my bases in the like this specific red grass biome, because not only is it near the jelly shrimp caves, which have a good like mineral deposits, but also it's one of the only places other than the safe shallows where I know that no dangerous leviathan are gonna be. Like, you are not gonna find a Reaper, you're not gonna find a Reaper here unless it gets, like, glitched over here. In which case, the game was rigged from the beginning. People don't understand. Tinny is a can of beer. Yeah, Tinny is just beer. It's been an hour. Fine. I need another half an hour and then I can help. Alright, guess it's gonna be another short stream today, lads, but that's just how it be. I'll make up for it by doing a really long one tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, tinnies are two things in Australia. It's either a can of beer or a small aluminium boat. And take your pick onto which one anybody's talking about at any one time. Because nobody ever knows. Because, like, I used to have a tinny and we'd, like, go and, you know, punt around the dam and stuff. But I don't have one anymore. We have, like, our boat at the moment is shit. Because it's all broken and crap. Copper! Where was that Reginald? I want to grab the Reginald, because I collect them so that I can breed them later. Reginald?
New creature discovered.
Don't touch the phone! Don't touch the phone! No! Swiper, no swiping. Come here. You need to stop. Why are you being so rude? I need another Reginald. One more.
30 seconds.
Bioreactor. What, to fucking get the shotgun part? Ah, I promise no one's got shotguns. Shotguns. Literally, the only place you're going to find someone in Australia with a shotgun is living out in the middle of the bush on a farm. Any normal person does not own a fucking gun, because why would you need to? Because there's no fucking gun crime in this country, so what are you protecting yourself from? Funnily enough, because we have actual gun laws, we don't need to be worried about that sort of thing.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
What? Why are we suddenly talking? I'm so confused.
30 seconds.
The chat has just gone to hell. What's going on? Where am I? Where am I? What's going on? You need to calm down, sir. Don't know why you've got your, Speedy Gonzales boots on, but you need to calm down. It's time to stop. Oh, goodness. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have a short stream today. I wanted to do a longer one, but shit happens. We'll have an hour and a half stream again. And tomorrow I'll do a nice long stream to make up for it. Probably try and go for an 8-hour stream if I can. Because that'll make up for how shitty my schedule has been for the past, like, 3 days.
Oxygen.
Oh, fuck. Please, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, made it. God, that scared the shit out of me. I didn't want to start again. The chat is always fucked. I don't know why my chats always end up so fucked up. But they do. But yeah, I'll do like a nice, or at least try and do an 8-hour stream. At least 4 hours, at most 8 hours. I'm just going to stream as long as I physically can without crying tomorrow, because I've had a real shit schedule these past few days, and it makes me feel bad. When will I start the stream tomorrow? Let's see. If I go, okay, so is 8 a.m. in American time. And time to American time converter. I've just got to figure out like what it means to you guys. Okay, AST to New York time converter. So if it's from, say, 8. Okay, so it would be, I'll probably start for what, around about 5 p.m. for you guys. Well, at least what I can kind of figure is about 5 p.m. Oh my god, I'm hot. My legs are so hot. Let me just move my blanket a bit. So yeah, so what would be, 5 p.m. for you guys? That is when I will start streaming. Because it's 8 a.m. for me. I'll wake up. I'll probably try and wake myself up at like 7 so I have time to actually wake up. You might not make it? Aw, man. Yeah, like, I want to do a longer stream because I've had a terrible schedule recently just from everything that's going on, you know. Life happens. Sometimes you just can't stream as much as you normally do. That's just how it be. But I want to make up for it, so I will be doing as long as I can. Hopefully 8 hours, definitely 4 hours.
30 seconds.
I run out of oxygen so quickly. Bunch of glass. I don't really need more glass right now. Oh, not glass, quartz.
Oxygen.
No, I will. I'm doing fucking nothing tomorrow. Take a rebreather. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to. I need to make a rebreather. I need to get a bigger oxygen tank. I need to cry. It's all very important, isn't it? Yes, Thomas, yes. Yeah, I want to do a long-ass stream. Because I feel like I need to make up for it. Even though this is a hobby, I still feel bad when I don't stream. Because, like, I feel like I'm letting you guys down. Crying is the most important step sometimes. It sure is. It sure is. Tech decks? Oh, dude, I remember them. I loved them during school. Tech decks were the best. Oh, I didn't get to say goodbye to Daniel. I didn't see his chat. Oh, well. I'm old as shit too, dude. If I can remember fucking Thunderbirds, I'm old. I'm 19 next month. I am an old man. My back hurts on the daily, and I think I have crippling issues. Crippling back issues. I'm being laughed at. 19, get the fuck out of here. I'm old. I'm an old cripple these days. Okay, I need 2 glass and my normal O2 tank. Okay. Just need 1 more bit of glass. A bit of quartz. Don't bite my phone! We've talked about this. You're 24? Dude. You should remember Thunderbirds then, dude. Because it's the only show that old people know. Take off my old one. Yoink. Man, I'm old. I'm an old man. I don't even think I have the rebreather, schematic. No, I don't. Unfortunate. Thomas, what are you doing? You're being very weird. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know what your issues are. You have so many of them, it's hard to tell. Goodness gracious.
Seek fluid intake.
Seek fluid intake? I don't know.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Codename Kid Next Door, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, He-Man, Jimmy Neutron. Man, I never watched He-Man, but my mum did. My mum watched He-Man, I didn't. But like Powerpuff Girls, all that shit, like yeah, I am well for that. I never watched Codename Kids Next Door though. That's one I didn't watch. Like I watched, I think a little bit of Dexter's Lab, definitely watched Powerpuff Girls, but I never think I watched Codename Kids Next Door or He-Man. I think I was too young for He-Man to be like relevant, but too old to like watch a lot of Dexter's Lab and like Kids Next Door. I haven't seen it. Samurai Jack, I haven't seen that either. Like that's a lot of stuff that's on like Nickelodeon. I didn't have access to Nickelodeon as a kid. Like not a lot anyway, unless I was at my nan's place because she had Foxtel. My nan had Foxtel, and that's the only way I could watch any of those sorts of shows. Thomas, can you decide what you're doing and then stop doing it? It's on Cartoon Network? I thought that was Nickelodeon. It's one of them. It's one of them. And the only way, like, in Australia you could watch that is if you had Foxtel. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. You should be. You should be. I'd be disappointed in me. Thomas, be nice. Don't peck my foot. Hey! Honestly, like... I didn't have Foxtel, like my family didn't, my nan did, and that's the only time I could watch anything that was on, any of those channels, because I had to fucking go over her place before I could watch it. And you know, first world problems, I wasn't able to watch the show I wanted. Ugh. And now I'm bought a little skateboard, honestly, fat nostalgia, oh man. I am a big fan of my brain short-circuiting. That's what I'm a fan of. Okay, we need rebreather schematic. I don't know where the rebreather schematic is, though. How old are you? I can't actually see it. There's a line where it says where your age is. Put a bunch of spaces and then put your age so I can actually see it, because it's like right where you put your age, there's a big line down my phone screen, so I can't actually see it. It makes me sad. Because your name's so long, it makes it harder to see. My phone is so busted. Young boys. Young children. There are so many children in my stream. I'm a babysitter now. It's my job to babysit the youth. I say as if I am anything other than a youth myself. My phone is so busted because of you, Mr. Thomas. You broke my phone. I'm not that young. I'm 19. If I'm old enough to vote and drink alcohol, then I'm old enough to be a bastard. Yeah, you're a big kid, Physics. You beat me. I am just a baby. Like, as soon as you hit 18 in Australia, you're a big kid. You know, you can drink, you can vote. You know, you're a big kid as far as... No! Naughty! Naughty! No, you may not come and sit with me. You can go sit on your perch and think about what you've done. Don't chew on my cables. Rude boy. Yeah, like in Australia, as soon as you hit 18, you're a big kid. Like, that's the law. Alright, I think it's heading tonight, which means it's gonna be fucking impossible for me to goddamn see. I just want to scan things. Like, I'm literally 19 next month, and I feel like I'm 50. My back hurts. Always.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Top 10 bird murders caught on stream. Yeah, Thomas is gonna be murdered. Stay on your perch. Don't come down. No. You chose to misbehave, so sit on your perch and accept the consequences of your actions. Be a big boy. Being a naughty little man. I don't have enough laser bits. And that's got a, I can see the light from a, blueprint in there. But I don't think I can get in. Thomas! No! Stay up there.
30 seconds.
You don't get to be naughty and then do whatever you like. Tigger is my new favourite son now. Just kidding, you were never my favourite, Thomas. None of you are. I don't pick favourites except for Mittens, because she's a girl. And she's beautiful. Thomas! Stop it! Stop. Keep it up, and you'll be put in your cage. You know better. Being very rude. Very disrespectful to me. I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can, like there's a vent or something you can get into this wreck through. But I can't remember where it is. Thomas! Do I need to put you away? Because you're being very disrespectful to me and to the people watching the stream. I don't know what bit me, but that's okay. Thomas!
Acquired.
Stop it.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time.
He's such a naughty boy. Yeah, Thomas, you're a libtard. Stop.
Will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death. New blueprints
Just
acquired.
stop, Thomas. You're being a very rude and very disrespectful.
30 seconds.
I'm not a fan of your attitude. Thomas, get fucked by facts and logic, libtard.
Oxygen.
Thomas, I'm about this close to snapping your neck. Stop it. Up on your perch, stay up there. As soon as this stream is over, you're going back in your cage. Very rude.
Passing 100
Passing
meters.
100 meters. I
Oxygen
know.
efficiency decreased.
Mobile vehicle bay? Fuck yeah, dude. Okay. Nothing in there. Push through here. Honestly, he's just a child. He is just baby. But he is very disrespectful baby. See, I don't have the bits and pieces I need to get in there. Shit. Unfortunate, but that's okay. Thomas, don't make it transfer and give you... I'm going to bully you, Thomas. Bully you into the grave. He's just very rude. Sometimes he just doesn't mind his goddamn manners. Thankfully he stopped trying to climb down off his perch. I think he's figured out that he's not wanted. At least not right now with his shitty ass behaviour. The actor will reach a supercritical state.
The actor
3,
will reach a supercritical state
1.
in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3,
2,
2, 1. Explosion! I think it would be really cool if you stand up here, you got like blown back into the like you'd get blown back into the water or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
blueprint acquired. For your convenience, the radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
I've never actually scanned one of these. Because they never sit still. Skyway has a bird-like head and feathered wings, which enabled it to fly. Skyrays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to sea. They will perch on dry land, but are prone to flee on approach. Assessment's presence may indicate nearby dry land. Cool. Okay, let's see. Yeah, now I've got that, and the rebreather, finally. So, fiber mesh, wiring kit, easy enough. How much silver do I have on me? Fucking 1 bit. 1 dig. I think physics has died. He died from old age. Yeah, I need the rad suit. I know. I know. I know I need lead for the rad suit. So I'll bring all my lead with me. I need just one more bit of silver. Shit. Okay, let's go find another bit of silver. And 2 fiber mesh. Yeah. I'll actually grab the creepvine samples now. I don't know how much creepvine. I think it's just one for one, I think. Wait, go back up. Went the wrong way. Fiber mesh. It's not telling me. Okay, now can you tell me how much I need? 2 per bit of fiber mesh. So I need 4 of these. 2 for 1. Oh, that's dumbass. That's just so rude. Okay, but we need silver. And once we get a bit more silver, we can fucking do this. We need to set everything up so that next stream I can just go for 8 hours and not have to worry about it. We might finish the fucking game if I go fast enough. Though I doubt I will, because I'm walking to actually do this. But we won't be... Oh, we won't be playing Subnautica again until next weekend. Because it's only Saturdays and Sundays that we do Subnautica.
30 seconds.
During the week, what were we playing? We were playing Shadow of the Colossus, then we've got Last Guardian. Oh, whoops, that didn't completely fill me up. So we've got a good lineup of games, but Subnautica is going to be Saturdays and Sundays. So tomorrow we'll be finishing off the Colossi, and then starting probably either doing The Last Guardian or maybe Dark Souls 2. I can't decide between them. Whether we'll start Dark Souls 2 or we'll start
Oxygen efficiency
or if we'll start Last Guardian. Because I feel like we've had a good break from Dark Souls, but we're pretty full up when it comes to like Shadow of the Colossus like games. You want Alien Isolation? The first time I want to play it in VR. Like, I'm saying that right now. Like, I want my first experience to be in VR. So we're going to have to wait until I can play it in VR. Because that's... Oh. I'm going to shit my pants. Gonna shit my pants. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. It's gonna be pants shitting. Whoop. Press the button.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive
we need
debris field at your location.
fiber mesh.
I didn't know how bad, how many of you. I didn't know. We're
Yeah,
now
I
en
want
route
to
to your
play
location.
Alien Isolation for the
Gonna bring you
first
home.
time in VR.
Sunbeam out.
'Cause I don't know, I think that'd be fun. Like,
What
just
else can I say?
playing it in VR for the first time. Because, like, I think you'd lose some of the direct impact of it from playing it first in a normal setting, like just in normal non-VR gameplay. Like, I feel like you'd lose a little bit of the punch because, you know, you've already played the game and so you kind of know how it works a bit, but like learning how to play the game for the first time in VR, oh boy, spooky times incoming. I think you need Mother VR, which is a PC. Aw, is it not ported for VR? Alien Isolation VR PS4. Please tell me I can do that. Unlock VR mode in Alien Isolation if you dare. Oh yeah, it's only on the Oculus Rift. Ah well, that's unfortunate. I want to play it in VR, but we're definitely going to play horror games in VR. Like, that is 100% one of the reasons I wanted to get a VR headset. It's because horror in VR is so much more impactful than it is just playing horror. It's like, it's scary enough, but add in the fact that you're literally, like, right there, and with the case of, like, FNAF VR and stuff, it's got, like, touch controls. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ow. Like, you have, like, the handed touch controls, like, that shit's scary. Like, I can't wait to play FNAF VR. And, ooh, yeah, I got the bit I needed. I'm pretty excited to play FNAF VR. Like, that's one of the games I'm really excited to play. Because I've loved FNAF, and now that it's getting basically a reboot, like, after FNAF VR, we're kind of getting a reboot, because the FNAF AR game is coming out this month, so probably pretty soon, probably on Halloween. Resident Evil 7 has VR, yep. It does. I don't know if it does for PS4 though, I'll have to check that. Like, I'm excited, because I got really annoyed. FNAF became way too oversaturated with content that it felt annoying. But now with this reboot and it going in a different direction, I think it's going to be at least interesting to see where Scott Cawthon takes it. Like, I'm kind of excited again for FNAF, which is weird, because, like, I've always kept up to date with FNAF, but I stopped being excited after, I think, FNAF kind of... around FNAF 3 and 4, I stopped being as, like, diehard for it as I was. Because, you know, that's just how it be. Sometimes you just grow out of it. But yeah, I'll do Resident Evil 7, I'll do, like, all of those games. Like, if there is a VR horror game, and it's decent, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Because, like, it's just one of those things, I really love the idea of it. Have you looked at Job Simulator? No, I know Job Simulator. I want to play Job Simulator. Like, there is a lot of VR games I want to play. There is just a long list. And it's gonna be, like, eventually it's gonna be the only content I make. I'm just gonna make fucking VR content, if I can. Like, I'm saying all this as if I know I'll be able to stream it. But I don't know. I don't know if I will be able to actually get streaming without a capture card. That's my only problem. Like, I'm worried I'll need a capture card for it, and if that case, we'll have to wait until I can get a capture card to actually do it. Because capture cards are expensive. Let's get water out of here. 2 of these and some salt from one of these. One of these has salt. Yeah, this one. Beat Saber, yep. They're all on the list. But anyway, as much as I don't want to, I'm going to have to call the stream here today because I've got a whole bunch of shit to do, and we're going to pick up some foster puppies and do a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get done. So there might be some foster puppies later on in the next stream, maybe, if they want some inside time. But anyway, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate you coming out to the stream. I'm so sorry that it was a short one again. I didn't want it to be, but life gets in the way. Oh, I should sit up straight when I'm doing the outro. Look into the camera. So yeah, thank you all very much for coming out. If you want to help me make more content for the streams, you can follow me on Twitch. That just most of the time lets you know when I'm streaming. Like, it'll notify you sometimes whenever it decides it wants to. You can also follow me on my Twitter, which is @TransBeyondYT. Over there, I just update people and let everybody know what's going on, just so it's a little bit easier to keep up to date with the stream. Don't forget to save, yes. I don't have a save button. I think it just, yeah, save and quit. You can also go over to my YouTube, which is also called Transbeyond. And over there, I re-upload all the streams, including the first Subnautica casual playthrough, which is all up there, the Dark Souls, all that shit, all over there. Subscribe, hit the bell, do whatever you want, call me a dickhead in the comments, send me some homoerotic shit. I am all about that life. So, yeah, thank you all very much. I really enjoy making these, so I'm glad to be kind of getting back in the swing after a couple of days of struggling to get content out. But anyway, it's been fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.